So, I've been on here I'll probably say a very long time, at least not on a talking video. The title is not what you think, or maybe it is what you think. You are because I am. Not me, but the I am. You are because I am. So, what does that mean exactly? Let me bring out my other phone because my notes. Usually God be talking to me like in the middle of the night. And I even prayed a little prayer too before I went to bed. I was like, okay, God, like if you wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you want to tell me something, I'm gonna be ready. And honestly, he woke me up like before 2 o'clock. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. You want me to know now? So, yeah, let's get into it. First of all, I have been in the hospital since a little bit, I want to say before Christmas. Like, I know I missed Christmas and I was in the hospital during that time. I was in the hospital all of New Year's as well, and a little bit after that. So I've only been home, I think, for the past 5 days now, 6 days now. So almost a week. I don't want to get into it because that's not this video right now, but just know that usually after being in the hospital for like 3-ish plus weeks, it usually takes more than a week for me to kind of regain my energy, want to be able to talk to people, etc., etc. But I'm on assignment, so I really don't have the luxury to just kind of lay around. I did rest, but yeah, anyways, let's get into the video, right? So, you are because I am. What does that even mean? So, in my notes, I'm gonna just kind of look down a little bit because I don't remember exactly, and I want to give what was given to me. You are the way that you are because of the I am. And he made you, like he formed you. He has your personality. He gave you all your gifts, your talents. He gave you your sickle cell. It's whatever chronic illness you're dealing with. He formed you in your mother's womb, and he knew you before you even like existed. Before you were even a thought, he knew you, and he was with you in the secret place. So you are because I am, and it's crazy. It's crazy. Your features, the way that you look, your experiences in life, like you are because I am. And I'm probably gonna say that a lot throughout this video just because that's what he's told me to do. We have free will. That's another thing that God gave us. Yes, he wants his will for your life. He wants his purpose to prevail in your life. Yes, he wants, his plan, his purpose to be performed through you. And he's going to accomplish his word because it will not come back void. But you have free will whether or not to choose life or to choose death. And part of this video is going to be about my testimony of how God had brought me through like years of suicidal ideation to like newfound hope. And life has not been easy. Like, I'm not gonna say that life is easy, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. And if I can share my experience to help one person, then I will feel accomplished. Like the beginning of 2019, I was really under a lot of stress. I was in a lot of mental turmoil. Probably had reached my limit of, or reached the peak of my like depression. It just got so dark, so fast, so deep, so fast, to the point where I would wake up and I would be mad because I'm like, damn, what am I supposed to do with these next 24 hours? Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to be here. I don't know what to do. I truly wanted to not live anymore because of the constant pain that I was going through. It had progressed throughout 2020, but in 2022, when I got my hip replacement it was a total right hip replacement. I want to say like 2 weeks after that surgery, I went into the mental hospital for the second time. Like, that was the second time I went to the mental facility for like suicidal ideation and just not wanting to be here. Like, I was severely depressed. The first time that I went, I really went to a really nice mental facility, honestly. Like, I was like, I'm not crazy. Like, I'm just sad. And they treated me like, kind of like, why are you here? Like, because I kind of was a little bit more normal, quote unquote, than, and I don't even like saying that, but I wasn't as combative. I wasn't as problematic, not as nearly as some of the other people that were in there and that had been in there for quite some time, honestly. The second facility that I had went to was a different story. That felt like prison, honestly. And I've never gone to jail, I've never gone to prison, so honestly I really can't say, but it just felt like I was treated like a criminal because I was very depressed. I was under a lot of heavy medication to like numb me. I was under like 7 psych medicines. Like, I don't remember the names of them, but all I do remember from that experience is that God was teaching me a lesson throughout all of this, and he wanted me to know that you have purpose. Like, your life matters. You're gonna go through this very hard thing, but you're gonna come out of it really with a level head. And after I had left the mental facility, I had to do a lot of work on myself. I really had to ask God, like, what like, what is my purpose, honestly? And that was 3 years ago now. So since then, I have been in and out the hospital. I have journaled a lot. Like, I questioned God. I've cried enough tears to fill up a whole national park. But in all seriousness, taking your life is never the answer. What I personally wanted to do was take all of my pain medication and not wake up again. However, I was like a pre-nursing major, and I already kind of looked up like what would be the risk and the benefit of all of it if I did end up going through with it and it didn't work. And I just did not want to go to the emergency room and get my stomach pumped and then try to explain why I did this and then get flagged and looked at like I'm crazy, because they already look at me like I'm a drug seeker because of me having sickle cell and being in and out of the hospital to begin with. But I didn't want that extra layer or stigma on me. And you are because I am. I didn't know how much purpose my life had, and I didn't know the impact that I could make simply by just being transparent I didn't want to live anymore because of all the pain that I was going through within my body. Sickle cell is no joke. I will say it forever and again. The type of pain that one can feel having sickle cell anemia, it doesn't matter what kind of sickle cell you have, whether you have SS, SC, beta thalassemia plus 0, D, E, O, it doesn't matter what kind of sickle cell you have. When you're in dire pain and it seems like nothing is helping and you've been in pain for years, like so many years, you just become tired. And I thought that there was nothing that could come out of my life besides being sick. And I would look at my peers like, why can I not do things? Like, why can I not be like other people? Hold on, y'all. I'm getting the phone call. Hey. Hey. Can I call you back in like 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you too.
I say all of this to say God had snatched me out of a horrible pit. I don't even know how exactly he did it. All I know is that God told me what I was supposed to do. God sent a messenger to tell me what it is I'm supposed to do while I was in the hospital. God assured me that I was not going to die anytime soon. God has sent so many people in my life to encourage me, to push me, and to remind me that God sees me, God hears me, God knows me, and He knows you because He's made you. He knows you because He's God. And nobody made God. Like God is. That's why He is called I Am. When Moses was talking to the burning bush, who was God, He asked him, what's your name? Like, who do I tell these people who sent me? And God said, I am that I am. And so you are because I am. So don't forget, you have a purpose. God has a plan for you. No matter how dark it may seem right now, I promise you, I never thought that I could see the light under the tunnel. I never thought I could be on the other side of things. I never thought that life would ever get better for me. And it all starts up here. I'm still quite learning how to have a better mindset, but I know now that taking your own life is never the answer. It's never the answer. One, because you never know. You never know who you can touch just by being yourself. And one day your story is going to impact so many people that you'll realize you were here for a purpose well beyond your own knowledge, well beyond your own understanding. There is a greater purpose for our lives that nobody really understands besides God. So yeah, you are because I am.